I'm Tamika with NuNu Baking Essentials, and today I have one of my favorite people here, Erika. She is with the Gourmet Palate, and she is also a gourmet chef, and she is my personal chef. I call her for everything I have. She does all my catering. So she is here with me today, and we're going to cook some really good stuff. So Erika, what are we cooking today?
Well, today, using my favorite item in the house, a sweet potato cupcake with mashed potato frosting and wagyu steak top. We're gonna be doing all of this using the NuNu Baking Essentials large mixer. So for starters, let's go ahead and get these potatoes peeled. Do you wanna help me out?
Yes.
So we're gonna peel the potatoes because they take the longest to cook, and we'll get those put in. I decided to do a cupcake, a nod to NuNu Baking Essentials by making a cupcake. So I just wanted to do something savory to pay homage to one of my favorite bakers. Now that we have our potatoes cut, so we're gonna go ahead and take them over to the water and allow these to boil for a few seconds. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and get the sweet potato peeled, and we'll get that going as well. So let's try this one. Let's see if you can do it.
I'm gonna do this one time. See, it ain't for me. Just give me a knife. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Okay. And I'm gonna have to try this technique because I just put the whole sweet potato and I boil it and then I just let it peel off once it gets really, once it's hot.
And that works, but for the sake of time, if you're trying to go fast and you really want to get dinner done, and you don't have that extra hour to boil a full sweet potato, cutting them up to do the job. So then you have 3 cups of cornmeal, 2 eggs. And this is 1 whole sweet potato. This is sugar, cinnamon, and salt. And then we're gonna go ahead and melt this down and then add 1 cup of butter. So what I like to do is start with manual and select my speed. Because this is a large bowl, I get to really amp up that speed because it doesn't splatter out on me. So I love to go ahead and start off with the 8 speed. Okay, so I'm gonna add 2 cups of buttermilk and my 1 cup of butter. We're gonna go ahead and let that mix. And it's a pretty good texture. Now, another thing I like about the mixer is it has a timer. In about 2 minutes of my mixing, I like to increase the speed once everything starts to really combine together. So in about 15 seconds, we're gonna increase the speed up to 10 so they can all do its magic. Okay, so now that our sweet potato cornbread mixture is done, we're gonna go ahead and take it out. Usually on the mixers that I use, I have to repetitively go and, rinse it off. At least 3 times. I usually have to rinse the whisk off to get the pulp off. But on yours, I only have to do it once. The second time, there's no pulp on it.
The whisk is not bigger. It's just that the mixer goes faster than most mixers. So just that speed alone is getting it.
Yeah. Nice. It really cuts time because that takes about an extra 10 minutes where doing it one time
having to keep
gets the job done.
Right.
So now we're going to go ahead and scoop the cupcakes into the liner. So now we're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven.
Okay, let me go ahead and help you with that.
Okay, so while we're waiting on the cupcakes to finish, we're gonna go ahead and pull the potatoes to get those started. So now we're gonna go ahead and add the potatoes to the mixer and let the mixer work its magic. For the potatoes, I'm gonna use a higher speed because potatoes are bigger and the mixer can just handle it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my manual, select my speed, and we're gonna start on 9 this time.
When I designed this mixer, the reason I made the bowl so big is because for people like me and Erika, because I'm a baker, she's a chef, but we cook and bake for the masses of people. So the bowl helps us out with time. So where I would normally do 1 mix of batter for 1 cake, I can do 3 in this bowl. And just like Erika, what do you say about your mashed potatoes?
I could get about 25 servings of mashed potatoes out of this. And on a smaller mixer, maybe 10. So, you know, it really does get the job done efficiently.
Yeah, so you agree. It saves so much time, so we don't have to stop, wash the bowl, and then redo it again. So you don't have to do that.
First, I'm gonna go ahead and slice a couple of good pieces.
Okay.
I like the A5, the Japanese A5 wagyu is like my favorite.
See,
it's the most rich.
You're a chef. I'm a baker, girl. I don't do nothing with no steak.
So we're gonna get a nice, good, thick cut, because when I cook it, you wanna have a medium rare temperature. So I like that. It's about a 1/2 inch thick.
Okay.
And we're gonna go ahead and add our wagyu beef to the pot. We're gonna lightly season it because wagyu speaks for itself. You don't need to do much to it. And how do you like your wagyu? Like, what temperature do you prefer your steaks?
I like medium.
Medium.
Nice.
I will keep the wagyu cooked really fast, 3 minutes on each side, and that's enough. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
So now we're gonna go ahead and frost our sweet potato cupcakes with mashed potatoes using our sweet potato cornbread base.
You know what's funny? Even though I'm a baker and you're a chef, we still do the piping the same way.
Because the technique works.
Yes.
If the technique works, the technique works. So I'll go ahead and start off with the first few.
Okay.
You wanna do the last one?
Okay. Oh, it's just like when I do my icing. Okay, I can do this.
All right.
Voila.
So now that we have our potatoes frosted, it's time to add the wagyu.
Okay.
So now it's time to cut the wagyu. But Tamika, I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay. Okay. This is not the best knife.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and dress it up and do our finishing touches.
Okay. That's a big piece. Oh, it looks so cute.
So I'm just gonna add a little Italian herb spice.
Okay.
A drizzle of our balsamic glaze.
Okay. This is looking delicious.
A nice fresh herb.
Okay.
Rosemary.
So you're doing everything I do as a baker. You got to put the garnish and everything else on there. My favorite part is the actual baking part, because baking for me is therapy.
See, I like to garnish. I like the end. I like the presentation. I love the way food looks because we eat with our eyes first. So I love to get creative with different garnishes. So that's probably going to be one of my favorite parts.
Okay. And it looks beautiful.
Clock that wagyu.
Yeah, clock that wagyu.
All right, and we're all done. What do you think?
It's good. It's amazing.
Could you do this for a guest? Could you do this for like your guests if your guest came over and you wanted to do a nod on cupcakes?
I could do it for a guest, but I got the best chef in the world, so I'm going to call you.
And I'll be there.
Okay.